Hello and welcome to Friday's East Midlands Today with me, Sarah Hawley. First tonight, the terrified grandmother ordered to leave the UK after living in Leicester legally. Hello and welcome to Friday's East Midlands Today with me, Sarah Hawley. First tonight, the terrified grandmother ordered to leave the UK after living in Leicester legally for over 40 years. Retired chip shop owner Leonardo Zarconi is a French citizen who applied for settled status after Brexit. Well, it was refused because she missed a deadline after an email ended up in a junk folder. But today, after we approached the Home Office, Leonardo has been given some good news. Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports.
Yeah, Mum, come on, let's go.
A trip down memory lane. This is where Leonardo ran a traditional British chippy for decades. Her son David spent much of his childhood living above the shop here on Narborough Road. But David was born in France and they've never been British citizens. Leonardo didn't know there was a problem until showing her French passport at East Midlands Airport. After flying back from a family wedding this September, she was eventually allowed through, but with just this 28-day visitor stamp.
The border control say refuse entry. I say, how can that be? Say, look, you ain't got no residency. And I got the shock of my life.
How frightening was it for you?
I am worried. All my family, my roots are here. It's really frightening. I'm really upset.
This is the September one.
The family had all made what should have been routine applications for EU settled status. Leonardo thought hers had been granted when her husband and son received theirs. But the Home Office say they needed more evidence from her, and they made 5 attempts to contact her by email, phone and text.
My wife mentioned to me that, did you check the junk mail? And then I clicked and the email was in there. But unfortunately, it was too late.
They need proof that your mum had been living here continuously for at least 5 years. What evidence is there of that?
She's receiving a state pension, so she's paid into the system. She's paid her taxes. You know, she's paying council tax. There's lots of proof.
And then last month, another blow. This letter from the Home Office to say Leonardo is now in the country unlawfully, facing sanctions that include being detained or removed and being charged for NHS treatment. So Leonardo asked an immigration lawyer to make a new application for settled status.
I'm pretty sure she's not the only one. This was one of the things that was highlighted when the scheme came up. We had the Windrush scandal where lots of people missed out on the paperwork.
It's too difficult when you ain't got no knowledge to go on the computers. That's why I never had a phone, mobile phone.
Mary Jane was born in Leicester.
Leicester isn't just Leonardo's home. Most of her family were born here. And at 74 years old, the prospect of being separated from them was daunting.
I'm really sad. I'm really angry. Where can I go? When my family lives here and my children.
Oh, well, Jeremy's with us now, and happily there's been a big development in this story, hasn't there?
There has, yeah. I spoke to the Home Office, Sarah, after filming that interview. That was a couple of days ago. Now, today I was still waiting for their response when Leonardo got a surprise email from them. Here it is. It is very good news for her. It says she has been granted indefinite leave to remain. That takes effect immediately today. Now, you know, her family, as you can imagine, is delighted. David told me this afternoon his mum is very relieved. Yeah. He feels as though the weight's been lifted off his shoulders.
Oh, I bet it has. It's such good news for them, isn't it? And have you heard from the Home Office yourself? Yeah,
we've had a statement from them this afternoon as well, which says there is still support for anyone who needs any help making these applications. It also says that these applications are decided on how the evidence provided meets the immigration rules. And as you know, there is huge public pressure for those immigration rules to be strictly enforced.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremy, thank you very much for that.